Hey guys, what's going on? We're going to get things set up here in just a second. Give me just a minute. Clean off the camera area. Go over here. Refresh, see if I can get this going on YouTube or Facebook real quick. Alright, so we're going live right here. So I'm going to click on this one. Alright, we're going to go to share. I'm going to go to Facebook. Yeah, spaghetti and meat sauce. There we go. Tune in, it's that time again. Share. And this one. Friends or friends of friends. Okay. Post. Alright, that should be going. Tumblr, blah, 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 blah. None of that, none of that. Enough of that. Let's get that off of there. Tired of that. Alright. Welcome back, guys. Alright, here, this is what we got going on. We're going to be doing spaghetti and meat sauce. I know it's something simple, something easy, but we're going to spice up the meat sauce a little more as you see. I'm going to get some of this out of the way. We're going to go ahead and get our sauce done. Then we're going to do our spaghetti noodles. And once again, there will be a part 2 to this. So you see the final outcome, because I'm not going to sit here and just bullshit while spaghetti noodles are cooking. I'm going to show you what I add to the water, a little bit of flavor, stuff like that. If you can't cook a noodle, you really need to learn how to cook. All right. Anyways, so first things first. Let's start drinking. Woo! Yeah, that was a good point. All right. Alrighty. Beer. Happy. So, there we go. Yeah, all right. Well, that warms your heart and your esophagus all the way down to your stomach. Woo! All righty. Okay. Oh, damn. All right. So, next. Oh, I'm not going to open it with my eye that time. I kind of hurt last time. All right, so I got my beer. Let's get started. All right, so we got our water right here. We're going to get that here in a minute. I'm moving some stuff up out of the way so I can get to my other stuff. So we can go ahead and get... Oh, okay, there's that. We're going to start with our herbs, whatever you want to call them. And basically we're going to start with our herbs in our mortar and pestle. So, I have fresh, wild chive growing in my backyard. So I went ahead and washed it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it into itty bitty pieces. Pair of scissors here. I don't want long strips. Alright, I'm just going to keep cutting it down so it's easy to basically pulverize here in just a minute. You'll see what I mean. More savings on car insurance. Now what this will do, this is a wild garlic chive. So it's a mix between an onion and a chive, or an onion and a piece of garlic. It's really good. And I just keep moving back and cutting. One thing you want to make sure you do is wash this off. This is wild. This was growing out in the yard. So and what this is going to do is this paste is going to add a lot of flavor to our sauce. Alright, there we go. Just keep cutting it down. Alright, there's the chive. Now I've got rosemary growing in my windowsill. And what we're going to do is I'm just going to kind of strip back the leaves a little bit. I don't really want the stems. Just I want the leaves. With any good rosemary, you can just kind of grab the stem and pull back, and the leaves flip right on back. Just kind of like so, and just whoop, like that. And just come on off. Smells so good. I wish you all could smell this right now. Now, if you don't have a mortar and pestle, you can do it in a blender. You can do it in a Robocoo. If you don't have any of that, you can just finely chop these. Another trick is when you're chopping it and it starts getting down really fine, add a little bit of coarse salt and take the blade of your knife and kind of just grind it in, mush it up. It helps grind it into a paste. It's a really nice trick to use. I'm almost done with the rosemary. There we go. Now I also have some oregano. Some fresh oregano. Also grown from my little garden. And let me see if I can get, there we go. Same thing, just kind of pull back on the strips. Leaves come right off. Just like that. You really don't want any stems in there. That can get rather annoying. There you go. There you go. All right, come on. There we go, some more of that. It's always fun. No more leaves. This is the only really time-consuming part is just kind of getting your herbs put together and whatnot. I heard my phone go off. I heard it. It's over there in the distance. It's like, why are you interrupting me when I'm cooking? All right, there we go. There's that. There's that. All right. Like I said, just stripping back, and you get these nice, just little strips. And there's your leaves, and we're just pulling them back the opposite direction, and you're just left with a stem. There we go. All right, a few more. There we go. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to cut up a few shallots. All right. All right. I'm going to move my pot out of the way so we can see what I'm doing over here. Give me just a second. I got to strip this shallot down. Okay. All right, there's that, there's that, there's that. All right, same thing as before when cutting those really tiny pieces like we did on the onions yesterday. We did a bisecting cut, and then we did a vertical and lateral cut. And then we just chop down. And we get these itty bitty, perfect little cuts. Just like that. And then when you get the small ones left over, you just sit there and you can just chop them up. All right, we're going to do the same thing with our other piece here. All right. You want to be careful doing this the way I'm doing. I'm cutting towards myself. I don't ever recommend doing that at all, but sometimes you just got to get that nice cut. All right. All right. Woo! Into the mortar and pestle. All right. Now what we're done with, what we're left, remember, just go along and just kind of all right. Bam. There we go. There's that. All right. So we got our herbs in. We got our shallots in. We're going to add just a little bit of coarse sea salt. That'll help with the grinding. And then we're going to add a little bit of olive oil right here. Not a lot, just a little bit. All right, now the fun part. Mortar and pestle. Smells delicious, but it looks like sludge. Shallots are very strong. They're hitting me in the eyes. Woo! All right, there we go. Woo! My eyes are watering. Right on. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to get all of our stuff here together on the side of the bowl. That's all going to be dumped in here in just a minute. All right, so we're going to set this out of the way. We're probably going to be adding everything to that bowl and just dumping it here in just a minute. If you watched the Mexican pies the other day, you know how we did our jalapenos. Same way we're going to do them today. Just like that, off at the top, straight down through the center, off at the top, and we're going to go straight down through the center again, and we're just going to scrape out the insides. All right. There we go. I'm going to move my trash can back over here right underneath. It's so easy to scrape off when I'm ready. All right. So, there's that one, and then last one here. There we go. All right, those are out. And then like we did last time, what we're going to do is just cut them into strips. Just like that. We're going to go ahead and dice the jalapeno. There we go. All right, we got one more to cut. All right, there we go. So we have our jalapenos cut, and we just cut them into tiny strips like as such. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to dice them. All right, so we're just going to go over here and just kind of plop them in our bowl here. Come on. There we go. All right, and strip. Great flavor. Not really much heat. Well, I took out the heat by stripping the seeds and the. Whew, that is hot. But it's good. All right, next thing we're going to do is regular onion, just regular. And what we're going to do is we're going to do this in strips. We're not going to dice. We just want thin little strips. Just cut those in half. I'm talking thin, guys, thin.
So, yeah, I know with that light on, it's bright, trying to knock out that excess. But I'll get a few good strips of onion going. Alright, we're just going to set those up out of the way. And then just cut down like that. Move these over here. Woo! It absolutely smells delicious right now. All right, so we're just going to take our, and like thin little strips, guys, just thin, itty bitty little strips. We're just setting them in our bowl over here. All right. Remember our green and red bell pepper we did from our Mexican pies the other day? Same thing, same thing. We're just going to do, hold on, do I want to do, yeah, little strips? Yeah, we're going to do little strips. So what we're going to do is I'm going to cut off the butt. This little piece, we're cutting that off. There we go. There we go. And we're just cutting little strips. All right. Alrighty, and we just put in the little strips over here. There we go. Same with the red. We're going to cut off the butt so we can flatten it out. Make sure you remove all stickers. Otherwise, you're just going to have sticker in your sauce. And I did say this is meat sauce, but the meat will be coming here in a minute. All right, little thin strips right there. There we go. There's the rest of the red. You know what I think? I think I'm going to save the orange and the yellow. We're going to put those back in with our jalapeno there. Where's our half an onion? We'll put that back in the. There we go. Well, I'm going to set this back in the crisper, along with our shallot, our one shallot there. All right, that's back in there. Okay, so bring our pan over, and we also have some baby portobello mushrooms, also to saute. They're called creminis, if you didn't know. Now what we're going to do is we're going to keep this Italian. We're going to be adding olive oil. There we go. And then I've got some pink Himalayan salt. Once we add anything, so we're going to go ahead and get our front burner going. We're going to empty everything we have right into it. That's everything. So herbs. That's everything we had. So I'm going to take this over to the sink so that can be washed out. Clean as you go. Very important, guys. Remember, clean as you go. It makes things so much easier in the long run. Alright, so we're going to have all this in here. Okay, what we're also going to do is we're going to add a little bit of garlic. I know y'all are going, well, it's Italian. Where's the garlic going? Alright, well, we got our garlic right here. There we go. A little bit of garlic. Okay. There's that. Set that back over here. Now, like I was saying, I have a little bit of pink Himalayan salt. We're going to sprinkle a little bit of Himalayan salt over here. A little bit of black pepper. There we go. All right. Now what we're doing is we're sauteing the onions and the peppers with the herbs. We're going to save the mushrooms when we add our tomato sauce. And we add our tomato sauce after we brown our hamburger meat. We want all the flavors to mingle, and we will do that here in just a minute. Go ahead and get my hamburger meat out here in just a second. All right, here's that. Boy, that does smell good. All right, another drink here. Oh, yeah. All righty. Getting close to where I want them. Alrighty. Alright, so we're going to take our veggies and everything right here, and we're just going to, like we did yesterday, off to the side. Alright, now we're going to take our hamburger meat, toss that in. Go ahead and get that all nice and cooked up. Get it all nice and chopped up. Now what we're going to do is we're going to brown our hamburger meat here. Sit here and keep chopping it up. All right. Keep kind of moving it around. That off to the side. Just a little bit of pink Himalayan salt over the top. There we go. A little bit of black pepper. There we go. All right. Now, before we add our sauces and whatnot and yada, 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 I'm going to strain this because you want to get as much of that grease as you off of this as possible. So, I'm just going to keep going, keep going. Let that cook for a second. Woo! It's a good red bell pepper. Really good, sweet. Very sweet. Here you go, guys. That was our vegetables we sauteed along with our herbs. That is smelling really good. And I do mean really good. Trying to get this meat to brown. It's really greasy. I forget what percentage it was on the cut. Fat content, anyways. All right, we're going to tilt this up just a little bit. I know that light is like blinding. Hold on. That's going to turn a lot of the light off, but at least we can somewhat see what we're doing over here. We got light in the kitchen. I may have to turn it on here in a little bit. Meat's just about browned. Yeah, I gotta see. I cannot work without seeing. So we're gonna angle that back down again. I apologize about that. But I mean, it's try to get it without getting that light. It's about as best as we're gonna do right there. All right. So now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go strain this off. And I will be right back. Come on, water, get hot. There it goes. It's starting to get warm now. So at this point, we're going to add what we had left of the stuff we used before. And then I'm going to open a can of just regular tomato sauce. Alrighty. Alrighty. Regular tomato sauce. And then this time we're going to go ahead and add our mushrooms. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and add our vegetables that we had, along with all the seasonings and everything else in them. We're going to mix all this in with the meat sauce. So now all these flavors are going to mix and come out. Go ahead and give it a stir. I'm going to turn that heat way down. Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to come over here. Turn that heat down. We're going to come over here. Let that do its thing. We're going to bring our water over. Yes, we are right there. Kick that back up on high. Get our water going. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add just a little bit of salt to our water. Just a little bit there. And we're going to come over here, grab some of our minced garlic. Alright, we're going to add some minced garlic to our water. Then I have a little bit of garlic salt. And you sprinkle that over the top. And then we're going to come over here and just a little bit of garlic salt over the top of our sauce. All right. Okay, keep our sauce stirring. I think that sink's hot enough now where I don't have to worry about it. All right, where's my spoon? I gotta give this taste test over here. Where is my Where'd you go? All right, here's my oregano. Here we go. Some Italian seasonings in a grinder. Go ahead and add some of those. Yeah. There we go. That should help flavor. All right. Okay, let's see how that tastes. Yeah, we're going to go all the way on low on that. One more showering of seasoning. That can of regular tomato sauce. Man, all I taste is just tomato, so hopefully that will help with seasoning. Bring out those flavors, let it cook for a little bit. All right. And that's just any regular Italian seasoning in a grinder you can find. It adds a little bit of all the flavors to it. Alright, I've got this on low. We're going to keep that in there just to keep flavors mixing together. Rinse off the spatula. Alright, let's go over here and give you a nice little stir. Get all that garlic and whatnot mixed up. Okay, now that we have that in there, we're going to add a little bit of our olive oil. There we go. Give us another stir around. All right. Let's go ahead and get that back in there. Spoon over here. Garlic can go back in the fridge. There we go. All the seasonings can go back into their place. Knife is done. Green bell is done. Spaghetti. All right. Let that continue to do its thing. I'm going to wait till that comes to a boil. Spaghetti sauce is nice and thick. It's nice and mixed. Go over there with that. I got my beer. All right. At this point, all I'm doing is just cooking spaghetti noodles. The sauce is done. It's just unload, keep the heat in, and keep the flavors going. This is going to come to a boil. I'm going to add my spaghetti. When that's done, I'll be back with part 2. Stay tuned, guys. I'll be back with part 2. Quick little minute to show you what everything's going on. But thanks for tuning in. This is spaghetti and meat sauce from scratch, pretty much. And, of course, some drinking. Remember, guys, if you're hungry, cook that shit. I'm Greg. Thanks for tuning in. And I will see you here in just a minute.